have a big place in my heart for that kind of longing, longing. And even I find it, I think it's an eternal longing also, just to be in this body, in this form as earth, as we are right now. It's like infinite longing always. We cannot really embody the glory of the divine, but we can try as much as we can. No, and also that's why, like, also with this longing, that innocent longing for God, or for home, or for awakening, it's very innocent, and that's why also I'm very kind of passionate about really respecting that longing, and not like as a, I step into leadership and teacher, in my life, and when I am with students, we always see each other as fully empowered and fully whole human beings. And it's so easy I see that a lot around, that, so it's easy to, what should I say, take advantage of that innocence in people. And I think that we all should be very aware, like even that innocent, even all the commercialism is taking advantage of that innocent longing. So it's like a very open, undefended place in our hearts that can easily just be used.
So this longing is like a felt sense, right? We were talking about something like, and maybe it even aches or something like that, but there's a very felt sense. But when you start to look at life and look at how situations unfold, every thought and every constructed so-called situation, which is actually a thought construct or a thought overlay on what you're seeing, is got a felt sense that goes with it too. And so then what's the differentiation? How do you differentiate between a felt sense from a thought construct and a felt sense from a primordial urge to be home? If maybe I'm making that up, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you can know the difference. But what I see is that you can act like I try to, to be, I'm really like, I'm kind of, I'm married. This is my marriage ring to my husband, and this is the marriage to, it's my commitment to be here, to show up in the world, and to find ways to embody love. That's really my commitment, or my deepest vow here in life. And so I try to just kind of be a servant of impulses, and I have I call them like faxes coming down. It's like a lot of ideas and a lot of impulses, and some takes form of thought, some takes form of a gut feeling, and I think you can only know, I think you just have to act on them, and you can see, what was coming from the program, just the kind of the machinery of thoughts, which is kind of like, because as I say, that thought can be original and sparking and brilliant, but it can also just be a recycling of old thoughts, which I call the program. Like there's a program going on that's like, oh, that's that thought again. My mother had the same,
right? All that conditioning.
Yeah, it's just like, and you can't really know the difference. I feel it in my body, like when it's something that is like, whoa, this is inspired. This is the spark. And then I act on it. And sometimes I act on it, it's not really sometimes it's like, okay, it wasn't that either. It was an obsession, or it was
so few people actually, so it seems like so few people actually move from a spark, like, wow, this is a brilliant idea. Most of them move from like, oh my God, I'm in pain. Ow. Oh, I'm suffering.
Yeah. Take some commitment to move from spark, to step into magnificence. And I think we're called to do that. It's really, what I
somehow
see is
you have to turn away from your pain, You have to say, okay, enough of this stuff. I'm not going to give my attention to solving these problems, and I'm going to go with the sparks, You either have to choose. I mean, you could do some of each, I suppose, but I mean, the more your pains and sufferings take up your time and attention, the less, you feel like, oh no, I got to solve this before I can do what I want, follow my bliss, or before I can really have a good idea, or before I can even say yes. I can't say yes because I've got all these obligations and stuff, and if I get entangled in one more thing, oh my gosh. And
yeah. For me, it's like, as I come back to the ring, it's like, it's for me, the key to that is really to root yourself in why you're here. What is your commitment? What is it that why you're here? What's your deepest calling? What is your deepest longing? And to commit everything to that. And then you can kind of check up, like, okay, is this serving my deepest commitment, or is it a distraction? And you kind of have a navigation instrument in it.